in regards to spreading of disease, what is the effective difference between the vast majority of people who got the flu and would take Dayquil and go back to work, contagious, for days and days on end, with a similar death rate as this new big scary one? And what is the difference between that and being contagious for at least 10 days, even if you don't have symptoms? Now, I understand that the difference is the person has symptoms, but when everybody had an extreme tendency and likelihood to just take ibuprofen and Dayquil and go back to work and continue infecting people, I fail to see how the symptom-free incubation is really infecting more people than a uh, symptom-full incubation period or contractability period or what have you. I fail to see the big difference in that. I fail to see how that is a higher risk of infecting. All of these statistics about the influenza are all estimates. These are estimates because we never tested for it. You go to the doctor, you spend a bunch of money for him to say, well, it looks like you got a virus. Drink your fluids. Then when you get pneumonia, then it's like, okay, let's run a culture. Or even they'll say, well, I don't know if we need to run a culture. We're still just going to give you antibiotics anyway, so let's just do that. So I fail to see the big difference because the death rates are very similar in some estimates of the influenza and numbers that we're getting from South Korea. Italy and America don't really count because we don't test until there's really bad symptoms. South Korea has a better understanding of who gets infected versus who dies. Yeah. Now, I would worry about the MERS, MERS. That one I would worry about has a 30 to 50% death rate. And I bet you've never heard of it. I would worry if CWD jumps to humans with a 100% death rate. And the virus in regards to that, or bacteria, I don't remember which one it is, it doesn't boil away. And it lives on plants for several years or something like that, a long time. And you can't boil your utensils and get rid of it. That, if it jumps to people, which I think it has, I think that's where we got the legend of the Wendigo. Yeah, there's a lot of other diseases out there. What's the deal with this one? I really don't see it. Everyone I know who works with patients, every nurse I've talked to, every doctor I talk to who works with patients, not an infectious disease expert that looks at the numbers in regards to the patients. I mean the people who actually are on the ground floor, on the grassroots, on the front line. They all say this is extreme, and people who were not conspiracy theorists before are now conspiracy theorists. Just saying.